Thank you very much.
Right. So, I think a good place to start would be if someone wanted to recap last session.
We got a new person. We killed the big spy there. We saved the world. No, we didn't. We killed big spy there. It happened to have a dead nanite, so it had to feed. So now we know how to turn off the nanite. Well, proxy. So we can. So our tech teams can modify our existing armaments and weapons like replicator killers to shut down the nanites, which in turn hopefully will turn the tide in our favor because our allies are being splashed.
What's
Okay.
the worst that could happen? trying to mess with replicators. I can't see anything going on.
Okay. So weapons. Your idea was to modify the anti-replicator guns in order to get them to disable the nanites?
I mean, whatever works best, I will leave it in the tech team hands.
I would suggest in that case, before you head out, that everyone takes a look at weapons and gets themselves an anti-replicator gun. Assuming you can afford it.
Oh, there's like a specific anti-replicator gun?
There is, yes. In the items, you should be able to find...
that thing is cheap. But it's on the anti-replicator, yes.
Right, so go to item inventory and then add tools, or what is it?
In Discord, there is a tab that says items, and in there is a list of all the items and their costs that are added in thus far. Or there's also an
items and weapons.
There's also an Excel sheet that'll have them all in there rather than looking at each individual image. I just did the images because originally some people didn't have access to Excel. So.
Yep, no worries. Yep.
Okay, I can afford it, so I will get myself one.
If we haven't bought anything, how much money have we made so far?
That's a very good question. 2,000 each session. This is session 8,
2,000.
9. So
it's 2,000 each session.
Yeah, so
What, 20,000?
12. I had 12,000.
12,000.
Okay.
Yeah, 12,000 makes sense. I'm dummy.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind because I only have 8,000.
Well, okay.
Which one of these is the replicator gun?
It should be anti-replicator gun. Should be in I think
Ranged light.
Ranged light.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, staff weapons. Range light. All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And it should be near to the top.
Yeah. Anti-replicator gun. So just copy that into somewhere, or?
Yeah. So if you look at your combat tab, you'll find a spot there to put in weapons, and you can click the add button to add another weapon.
Yep. No worries.
Just calculate the encumbrance in as well. So basically, your encumbrance should be 5 plus whatever your brawn is for your total encumbrance value, and then whatever you're carrying at the time will add to your encumbrance. In terms of armor, armor value, as long as you're wearing it, is reduced by 3 encumbrance while you're wearing it.
Alright, yep.
Armor will go in the item inventory tab as well, and that should also be in that list of items if you wanted to have a look at finding yourself a set of armor. And to catch you up a little bit, I'm going to give you an extra 6,000 credits. That should bring you up pretty close to everyone else. Raven, you can have an extra 2,000 as well.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before you head off to the planet you were told about?
Just putting on these weapons, but yeah, you can go ahead.
I'll advise I'm not even going to bother buying a weapon because I can't fire it. My sniper fires itself. Uh,
Okay.
Are you waiting for me, or?
No, I am just getting the tokens in the map so that we can get this going for you all. Yeah, so your job here, according to General Carter, is to head off to this planet where they have determined is a staging ground for a lot of the fleets that have been attacking. And they want you to head in there and infiltrate one of the ships to turn it against them from the inside. Okay.
Understood.
They don't have a name for this planet. At the moment, it's just P7X377. And yeah, I guess we'll put you in this map as you come through the Stargate. Yeah, so as you step through, you see in front of you a sizable group of people with the forehead tattoo of Deimos. And I'm going to... Yeah, how do you want to approach this? Do you want to try and fight your way through this, or are you going to try and talk your way through? What's the idea here? As we...
Peaceful solutions are always good to try first.
Yes.
how are we going to do peaceful for this?
Greetings, residents. We are gentlemen from the stars. Take us to your leader.
Okay. Give me a charm check. Be hard.
Yeah. Looking up chat character sheet. Charm. All right. Oh yeah. How many dice is that? That's two.
It's 3 for hard.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, apparently you managed to convince them that you are in fact here peacefully, and that you convince them to take you to their leader, apparently. So in one of them speaks up and says, "Follow us. If you try anything, we kill you."
Understood, sir.
Why don't we talk over a big meal prepared by me?
Give me give me a hard charm check to convince them to stop and eat with you before you head off.
Did you prepare a meal before he left?
I always have a meal prepared. Who do you think I am?
A cook?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, they're. Well, I'm kind of hungry. I guess we could eat. Does everyone want to eat? Yes, we want to eat.
Can I spend that triumph to eat with their leader?
Okay.
Convince them to that I look so appetizing that they want to have their leader in on the feast.
Sure. Right. I will rush off and get him.
So I'll just carry around like Tupperware containers.
Yeah. So
I've got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think I literally have portable chef equipment. So yes.
I'm just double checking who would be. That would be that one. There we go. So yeah, coming back down here is their squad leader. I have been told to join you for some food.
Yes. Let's talk over food.
What is it you're here for?
Wait, out of character. We're information, right? About what do we want to say?
I think I'd like to say that we're here basically to check out your operations.
We're tourists. Yes, come to have a look around. We don't get out much. And we just
Silence,
enjoy
slave.
Understood, sir.
That one is confusing. What do you mean, tourists? There's nothing here.
I'm just joking with you, mate.
Right.
Sorry, he's kind of an idiot, but he's good at what he does.
Hey, I completed high school.
See what I mean?
What is
Find
school?
us a table or something.
Of course, sir. I prepared the table.
Wonderful.
Is someone carrying a fold-out table, or are you just gonna try
Wait,
and...
I grabbed one of the rocks. All right, okay. I'll grab one of the rocks. I'll put 4 small rocks and have like a big flat stone on top, and that'll be our table.
Okay. Something like that.
Yeah, close enough.
We could
He's
eat out
on
of that
fire
giant
today.
Okay. So what does this meal do in particular?
So like, there's no mechanical things, but like, can it just be really good that he's kind of loose with his tongue, since he's enjoying it so much? His guard is down.
Sure. Didn't try and drug it or anything?
Do we want to drug it?
Up
he
to you. You
starts,
are cooking.
You're the chef. You add the flavors.
Right, but do we want to like incapacitate and kill him? What do we want?
No. We'll play the
Make him-
diplomatic path.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what I think.
Okay, then I'll just make it really good. Make it really good then.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe add something that would make him more open to talking.
Kind of like spike it
Got
maybe to
the-
make him gonna make a check to try and spike it a little bit.
Sure.
Truth serum. Or
You know
something
what?
like
For your
that, I don't know.
triumph, I'll just say you did if you want.
Okay, yes.
And while
Yeah,
I
just
remember,
something to make him a little bit more agreeable.
I did forget 2 things quickly. So the first is to give back all of the player points for the 4 of you. There you go. So you got 4 story points available, and the other is to do a quick roll to adjust the rate. There we go.
How much does it cost to boost skills? Is it 5 per level? Sorry, I haven't spent my XP yet.
No, that's okay. So it's 5 times whatever you're going to. So if you're going for anything that's a career skill. So if it's a career skill, it's 5 times 2 if you're going up to from rank 1 to rank 2, 5 times 3 if you're going from rank 2 to rank 3. So, 15 XP for that one, basically, etc. If it's not a career skill, you can still buy ranks in it, but it'll cost an extra 5 XP.
Yeah, that's 10 XP per level.
Should I just max out my deception?
Yes.
That's what you want to do. Also, looking talents, there's lots of ones with deception.
Yeah, that was...
Oh.
Okay, I'll do that.
You can, like, if you know what you want, if you're looking for, you can hit Control F on the document and find pretty much talents that include it.
Okay, sorry for being unprepared.
No, that's
No,
okay.
it's fine. Most of us do it in the game anyway.
So what am I supposed to do here? I'm meant to go into skills and add another rank, or
So if you have XP, you can spend it on either skills or perks or whatever traits. It's for the skills. If it's a career skill, it's 5 times level. So if you're rank 1, then it's gonna be 5 XP. If you're going to rank 1 to rank 2, 10 XP, etc. And then if it's not a career skill, 10. And then if you want a talent, then it's pretty much the same concept, but it's like first row 5, second row 10, etc.
all right, I'll add a rank to it. So just hold on. We're about to. I'll use story point. New GM story point 1. All Alright, so does that mean I put on, how many ranks do I get to put on, or?
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Lilith was spending XP that she hadn't spent yet, was what she was doing there.
Alright,
Yeah,
okay,
sorry, it was probably not the correct time to ask that.
Alright, sorry.
I'll give you back the story point if you would like. But yeah, that was just about spending extra XP into skills, and which you can do instead of talents if you want. You can do it in either spot, basically. It's just characteristics that can't be increased after the initial creation.
Alright, no worries. Yep. You know what? I'll just continue with the story. I won't worry about it now.
Okay. I mean, if you've got spare XP, we can show you how it's done.
I don't even know how much XP I've got, but I'll deal with it at the end of the campaign.
Okay. Yeah.
Campaign or story?
Story or whatever.
Session.
Yeah. Session.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got these three here. You've spiked their food. They're very open to suggestion and conversation at the moment.
Wonderful.
You know you make good food. What do you call this?
It's a specialty of this strange alien world. They call it ramen.
Ramen.
Ramen. It's a delicacy where it's from there.
Is it from a world in which Ra once ruled?
Yes.
Yeah, it is actually.
That is exactly how it got its name.
Yes.
Is it made from people?
No.
I cannot divulge it's the secret ingredient, but it is not made of people. It is not soy and green. That is another dish.
Very well. This, he points to his left side there. This is the human commander of his unit, and this on my right is my Jafar commander of his unit, and I am Rick Galland.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Regaland.
Yes, well, so which god sent you to visit the forces? And for what precise reason? You seemed not to be quite as straightforward as we used to.
Well, do need to keep secrecy and all that. And who is who would I think would be the head guy in charge of this alliance?
I don't know. Tell him that we're secret boys or something.
It's the guy we were talking to is the head.
No, I mean of the alliance. Not of this area, but the alliance of.
You mean which Gauld? Or
yeah.
What's the risk if we say we serve no god, only our country, and sorry, we only serve the
they will open
resistance.
fire.
Yeah, if your character starts to say that, Lilith will straight up punch him.
Yeah, that's why I've kept my mouth shut, because I don't know the law too well. Alright. So, okay, who's the least hostile of them?
So you would have been brought up to speed a little bit there. Your character, Sean, would have been told that the ones that you're aware of in this alliance, the Neo-Terrakoi, is Pelops, Hades, Deimos, now because of the recent assault, Theseus, Kepri, and Amaterasu. They're the only ones you're aware of so far, but speculation is that because all of their emblems are inside nonagons, that there are 9 of them in total.
Alright.
What's the emblem that I have inside my nonagon? I believe I got it on the first mission.
Oh, right. You mean the little disc?
Yeah. I've been using to unlock stuff.
That had Deimos' emblem on it.
Alright, and Deimos is still out there, I assume?
Yes, he's also the emblem that all of these have on them. All of these Jafar and humans.
Right, okay. Screw it, I'll say I was sent by Deimos.
You're sent by our lord. What is it we are to do for him?
He just wants me to evaluate your operate.
Progress report, if you will.
Exactly.
Very well. You must be one of his gold troops, then.
Yes. And I will speak in my gold voice.
Very good. We will take you to inspect your troops.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you need from us before we go?
Status report.
I missed that, sorry. Was that airport?
Status report. Status report.
Oh, status report, sure. Well, everything is on schedule. The next assault will begin within the next 2 days.
Excellent. Let us see that the troops are ready.
Very well. We will take you to the encampment.
As we're walking towards the encampment, Sean Parker asks a couple of questions of the fighting strength of the assault. So how many Jafar, how many humans in this general assault? Do you have any heavy artillery or something like that?
Well, of course. Well,
how many guns?
Most of them are already on board the Hatak. Number of guns there. Everyone carries guns.
No, artillery pieces for supporting the troops in the assault. I imagine.
I'll chime in. Part of this inspection was to make sure that everyone was clued in on the necessary details. If you don't provide me a lengthy report of the minute specifics so that our logistics don't get fried, I'm going to have to send a bad word up to my supervisor.
Give me a deception check. You can have a upgrade for the fact that you've drug them, and they're a little bit more suggestive. But yeah, you're still deceiving. So
Can I help at all?
Yeah, can Lilith jump in and
Yeah, can I help by saying
explaining?
The Asgard is very thorough with technical details. It's kind of a pain, but he's a great advisor to have.
sure, yeah, you can jump in and then get a boost from Sean's character.
Yep. All right.
So, because of the way you've been speaking here about it, you're giving a boost to Lilith's deception, and you can also have a boost from Zal.
Alright, so what do I need?
It'll be Lilith that'll make the check. It's just because of how you've been role playing it. She gets a boost because of how you've played it.
Okay, what's
far.
the difficulty?
Understood.
Difficulty will be hard. So you got 1 upgrade and 2 boost on that check.
Dang. I also get a free boost for deception, so.
Very well. Number of troops, we're currently at 10,000. But most of them are on board the Hatak. In the nearby encampment, we're just preparing the last few things and awaiting the final arrival of the last 2,000 troops. And also our lord, who will be arriving within the day to lead the assault.
Any air support?
There'll be many death gliders on board each Hatak. There was also an accompaniment of Alkesh. I believe we are taking 4 Alkesh to every Hatak, and each Hatak can fit about 2,000 troops.
And have you ascertained the maps of the target area?
We're not privy with those details. The target will be relayed to us once our lord arrives.
I expect you to have multiple plans, but carry on.
Well, we know that there is a combined assault between our god and the other gods in the pantheon, and they will strike a different target each all at once.
Name your gods.
Well, you know them.
No,
I do.
What he
But do
means-
you?
what he means is which god is leading which charge against what target.
They don't know that. That's what we just established.
Right.
They're going to get they're going to get targets from above. They're clearly Deimos' guys, but they don't know what.
All right.
Both sides and annoyance, this is a regular occurrence.
Yep. So how long does this walk take?
To get to the camp, it'll be a few hours away.
All right.
Are you ready to move?
Lead the way.
Yes. Yes, I am ready to move. Is everyone else?
Yes.
Very good. We will move out immediately. Everyone, move out. And with that, he starts to lead everyone through this, through the area there. And you travel for a while, like, roughly how long it takes based on what's just been said to you. So eventually, you reach towards this camp. I'm just going to load you in here with your characters. Ideally, everyone should have sight once I bring you down here. There we go. Yep. I'm just using one icon to represent each group at this point because it's going to be a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yep, no worries. What's that vehicle? That's a shuttle, or?
Sorry, that shouldn't be there. I forgot to get rid of it.
My God, it's disappeared.
Yeah, so it's been a long walk. You get here, and our camp is in the rocks, and if you'd follow me. So yeah, he leads you in deeper into this camp, down the troops. You head back to the gate. So yeah, as you head down here further, you see a number of things on each side. There are small little alcoves, each with a few dozen Jafar in, and some tents set up. Unfortunately, I don't have little tents to drop on the map, so I can draw them in, but they'll be terrible.
There are tents in free asset that you can drop in a campsite section, I believe.
Ah.
But that doesn't matter.
Yeah, so you see that there's a bit of a water source there off to that side, and then in each of these alcoves there is an encampment. If you follow me, the main encampment with our leader is this way, and he leads you down.
Understood, sir.
Down towards here, where there is a very regal-looking Goa'uld, who speaks Goa'uld to this individual. If you don't speak Goa'uld, and you would like to see if you do, give me a average xenolinguistics check. Everyone can do that.
Is it a Greco-Roman or Egyptian variant?
Egyptian.
Okay.
Don't Goa'ulds know it, like, just by being Goa'ulds?
Yes, if you are a Goa'uld, you know it. If you're not, then...
Alright, xenolinguistics, average check, so that's 1 purple die?
Yes.
Alright.
Do I get a
you
boost
don't know it.
For knowing the Greco-Roman version?
Sure.
So 2 advantage, does that mean I passed?
No.
Do it again, or?
No, it just means you'll have to let someone else translate it for you if you want to know what they say.
Yep, no worries. I should have, I should have paid more attention when I was stationed in Egypt.
At that, I kind of, as he starts to open his mouth, I accidentally hit him with a frying pan and like make him be quiet. Whoops, silly me.
Yeah, so this head Garl speaks to the commander and says, "Who are these people you've brought me?" They worship our god. He sent them here to inspect our regiment. They are his advanced scouts to make sure we're all on time. I was not told of your arrival.
Yes, because they tell you about pop inspections.
Give me another deception check.
Right, Raven?
Yes.
Also hard. You can have a single boost for this one.
Nice. Clean.
Very well. So, in that case, what are your names?
Onyx.
Do I need to ask someone to translate my name into Goa'uld, or is
No, you can say it as it is.
Sean Parker?
Lilith.
Call me Fieri.
Fieri. Sean Parker. Sean Parker, are you... You have a very Tauri name.
Yes, he's
I
my
suppose I'd.
in Google, I say he's my personal pet.
Yes, I am his personal pet.
Very well. Well, are you wanting to inspect anything in particular, or is this a general inspection?
This
General
is
inspection.
we need to get to the bottom and make sure that everything goes very smoothly. So I want all of the details.
Well, we are
Very thorough.
gathering our forces here and at several other encampments. We will move out once our god arrives to secure the last two Hatak, ours and our gods. But he wants us to move all together just so that we can't get ambushed, or his forces can't be ambushed on the way to their Hatak. The full 6 Hatak in his force, and 4 Alkesh to each one, so it should be the full 24 Alkesh. Is there anything else you need to know about our movements? As you can see, we have several Hatak in low orbit right now. They point upwards, and low orbit is an understatement. You would say they're probably not actually in orbit. As you look up, you can see them quite clearly.
By the way, quick question: what does this place look like? Is it like a cave? Is it like futuristic?
It's
like
a
what
canyon.
is it? What is? Okay, it's a canyon. Is there like high tech equipment everywhere, or is it kind of like rustic, kind of like low
Oh
tech
no,
tents
the
and
the
stuff?
tents and everything, they're a combination. They're the technology is pretty high tech, but it's the tents themselves are fairly low tech because it's faster to set up and pack away. But they're not like primitive by any means.
Basically, the cave where Bin Laden films his videos.
You have a map of this base, correct?
Of the base.
Right here. You need to shore up your defenses, surely, even if this is secret.
Very well. Yes.
I'd need to see them.
Okay. Yeah. Just give me a moment, and I will add that into here. If I can. There we go. Sure. Here you go. Is that satisfactory?
I also need to see. We have words of possible rumors that defenses have information may have leaked, which is why we're performing this thorough inspection. Do you have guard rotation duty? I need to make sure that it's sure and protected at all times.
You want the rotation duty for my guards?
Our secrecy and security is paramount. If you're not up to the task, sorry.
Over here. Hand them what they want. I am going to get back to my research.
I ask on behalf of Zhao. So what have you been feeding your troops?
Stuff and things.
Okay. No, never mind. It's a stupid question. Right. So what do we do now?
With the maps and with the maps, do I see any like power generator room or obvious place where they would put a power generator?
Yeah. There's that area just behind the rocks over in the lower left of the map, where you suspect they would have moved the rocks there in order to create a more natural defense, along with whatever guards they would have there for the generator.
All right, I'm going to. I need to speak with my guards, my entourage in private. We will return for with more questioning once we have examined the efficacy of your of the newly acquired information.
Okay.
Once we are out of earshot, what do you guys want to do? We have a few options available to us.
This ruse won't work for long.
I say that we can either sabotage their generators. Another idea is that we can get some high explosives and collapse the canyon, collapsing them both entrances in.
I say we can do both, and we time it so that the explosions go off at the same time. Like, set the explosives for 10 minutes and have them go off on the dot.
Preferably
cause
after
mass
we're
confu-
gone.
Well, 10 minutes should be enough to leave the cave. Half an hour, maybe. How long do we need?
Well, first we'll need to, before we get too far, we'll need to procure some explosives. And then there's the matter of setting them. We have guard rotations, so that should be a little bit easier.
Alright, is there any... Alright, so there's metal around the area, and is there rust as well? What are the ingredients in thermite?
Give me a average physical science check.
I can do that.
Alright. Yeah. Because the cave looks rusty enough and there's enough metal around. What were the other ingredients in thermite? Average.
That's life science.
Oh, life science. I'm gonna do physical science.
Okay. I mean, there you go. You is your your dice pool the same for physical science there, Sean?
Physical science as well.
Oh, was the one you're supposed to roll, but if you've got the same dice pool, they'll just accept that roll.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. Yeah, you both know the ingredients for thermite. So you know that it's magnesium powder, rust, and I forget the last thing personally, but you both know what it is.
Alright, yeah. If you guys can find some, I can try and make some. That's my specialty.
I'll take a look around if we're not being actively watched at the moment.
And if you want to put that into your notes, I will say that you permanently know the ingredients for thermite.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we should split in teams right now. I think one person should focus on the explosives, and the other should maybe press the scientist for the data. Lilith, I think you're probably the best person to deceive the scientist guy for research data.
Oh, we'll guard Lilith. You two can cook something nice.
I'm gonna help bake the thermite.
Yeah, I will guard Lilith.
It's a kind of cooking, aren't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, this is the same kind of cooking.
In this case.
Is it alchemy to make explosives?
Yeah, it will be. I'm pretty sure.
Sweet.
I did actually specify that in the thing, so I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's alchemy. Let's see. Where are we? There we go. Skills. Full description. Science skills. Alchemy is for gunpowder, poison, explosive, potions, or various other things.
Firmly fit under explosives.
It would, however, because it's not cooking, it'd be alchemy intellect instead of presence.
That makes no difference to my character at this point.
So there's also a hatak above us too.
As you look up, you can see currently 3 not that far above you. Like, they're not directly hovering, but they're visible with the naked eye. So by orbit, they're probably referring to some that are in orbit, but there are definitely some within the atmosphere, which is what the Goa'uld was pointing at.
Can somebody make a check looking at the plans? I'm not sure what skill it would be. To identify structural weak points.
Understood.
That is actually a skill. Hang on.
Are the attacks close to each other?
Perception? Is it perception?
I think it's a warfare check, but I'm double.
I have
Warfare
one in
check?
warfare. I have
Yeah,
a
knowledge
bazillion in
warfare.
perception.
Oh shit! I should have a knowledge rank in that. Oh.
There are talents that'll let you pick up extra career skills too, if that helps.
Yep, no worries. I got a success for the
Well, we
warfare
don't know
check.
the difficulty. The difficulty
Oh.
is the same.
Alright, okay.
I'm happy with it being an easy check. Structural weak points in it'd be pretty basic training, I imagine.
Yep.
Yeah, so Sean definitely knows where structural weak points would be. Knows that if you can climb up onto the ridge and plant them just under some of the outcrop bits, so where there's a bit more of an indent near to the top, you can cause a pretty major landslide.
Yep. All right. All right. Right. So is the thermite made? Sorry, I just went off to make myself my dinner. So hold on. How are we gonna time this? Hello.
Sorry, I was just
internet
thinking about how to deal with the attacks in orbit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Materials.
If the explosion goes off, then
They will know.
they will know. Yeah.
I have a
Are they-
question. What's a Hatat? Is it like just an airship?
A Hatak is
It's like a mothership.
The flying pyramid.
Oh yeah.
How many are they? Is it like a single man or is it like a carrier?
Oh,
It's like a
it's
carrier.
like in terms of size comparison, to say Star Wars would probably be the easiest one. You're probably looking equivalent to like a Corvette, maybe a bit bigger.
Okay.
It'll be
So not a capital class, but a Corvette.
Oh, I mean it's their capital class. It's just their scale's not quite Imperial Star Destroyer scale.
Yeah, in terms of this unit.
So in
universe,
Warhammer, it'd be a scout ship. Okay.
like in terms of like class for this universe, it's like a Star Destroyer.
Yeah. Probably the equivalent power of, to be fair, at this point.
Do we have any AA guns or transports, air transport here?
Can we check the
I've got
map
skill-
actually and see if there's any like ring devices marked?
Yeah, you can see that there is a ring device marked on the map over near the power generators in that same sort of area.
Okay, so we could plant explosives here at the power generators and then beam up to one of the attacks. And then take advantage of chaos.
And take the spaceship. Who can fly the spaceship?
Isn't Onyx a pilot now?
Fighters, yes, not the spaceships. It's a different class of flying.
We can help you through it. You got the reflexes.
No, it's intelligence based.
Yeah, for flying something that sort of size, you're looking at operating, not piloting.
Oh, then I can try my hand at it on it. It is my Google technology, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it's a gold ship.
So then I'd be able to reasonably pilot it. Make a check for it, of course, but it's not beyond my capabilities.
Could potentially BS the crew.
What if we somehow got everybody docked on the planet and then cause big boom, like grand feast or grand ceremony? Ghouls love their ceremony.
Yeah, but they are waging war, so I don't think so.
I don't know about the Gould, but in wartime, militaries love protocols, procedures, and ceremony.
Yeah, we could tell them that we need the troops to gather for like a pep talk or
Boost morale and all that.
Pep talk in what's it? Just a strategy meeting.
Or we can tell them that Pelops is arriving and they have to go and meet him, just like they said. To be there, to be by the gate,
Deimos,
because
like
he
they have
wants to be there, stuff.
Yep, do a bunch of goose stepping in Triumph Square and the RAF do strafing attacks. Yeah, that's a stupid reference. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So
Okay, yeah,
first, let's get the bomb. So let's make the bombs.
Yep.
Who's gonna search for the supply? What skill would it be to search for the supply?
Search for what? Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
I think he was asking to search for supplies for the bombs.
To search for the supplies, it'll be a skullduggery check.
Anyone else want to take it?
I'll give a crack at it.
Actually, it depends. If you want to search the natural environment, then it'll be survival.
Alright, I'm just looking to see what's higher. I'll go survival.
Okay. Average.
Yeah, it's a failure. No.
Yeah, so you don't manage to find the magnesium that you would need for it. Rust is not particularly hard to find, but magnesium's a little bit more challenging.
It's okay. I'm sure we can find something in their supplies, but I think we should go talk to them now before they get suspicious. All right,
Yep,
so the plan
no
is to
worries.
get them gather.
All right,
So-
let's have one of us break away and go get the supplies, and then the rest of us will probably should at least get the supplies cooking.
Alright, I'll
All right,
go
well,
get
did
the
you want to
supply.
go with Parker?
Yep. Yeah, I always need backup.
So since Onyx is just walking around, and the initial try to get our things didn't work, Onyx will just go around and search for, whatever he can find, crate inspection, looking at the rocks, you name it. I might actually find actual bombs.
Okay. So just so we're clear, I will go tell their commander that Should it be Pelops or Deimos?
Deimos.
Is arriving soon to deliver a speech, and I'm having you two make preparations.
Mm-hmm.
We are prepared. As soon as Deimos arrives, our forces will be absolutely ready.
Okay. He would like them to be gathered for a speech when he arrives.
I will gather my forces here. I assume there is a particular spot he wishes to speak from.
Yes, and I will point out basically a spot that should be vulnerable to collapse from this place. Like probably like right outside, and say that
Okay.
he wants to be up on the mountain and give a speech from there.
Okay, well, I will absolutely have my troops here be prepared for that. Do you have any idea when we should gather our troops here?
6 hours.
Make that. Yeah, 6 on side. Make that 12.
Okay, 12 hours. Sorry.
Give us some time to make the bomb.
Yeah, I want to make sure there's plenty of time for them to gather.
In 12 hours? That sounds perfectly acceptable to me.
Okay. So,
See it to it that the troops are here, and I will see to other preparations.
They're already here. I'll just have them gather for you.
perfect. So, what do I roll?
To do what?
Looking for explosives.
Looking for explosives or the ingredients for explosives?
Let's try actual explosives first.
Okay, if you're looking for actual explosives, give me a hard skullduggery check, because you'll be looking through their supplies for them.
Yes.
And have a setback, because you're trying to do so without them noticing.
So I have to upgrade.
No, setback the black dice.
Okay.
Just if you get caught, just say that it's a routine inspection of materials.
Okay. Skullduggery. Wish me luck.
You don't get caught, but you don't find any explosives.
Okay. Failing that, I will just go looking through the natural world, looking at the rocks.
Okay. Yeah, if you're looking for ingredients, then it's a survival check for natural environment.
Card?
Average check.
Without the setback.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Survival.
That's an easy check.
So I will just roll another one of those.
Yeah. You find the things that they sent you out to look for, the ingredients to make your own explosives.
Okay. I give Shen a bunch of rocks and rust and whatever.
Right, Lilith, see if you can't. I'll go make this. While I'm doing that, see if you can't get like a data pad from the researching scientist or a breakdown of what he's researching.
Okay, I will just pickpocket something.
I just want to point out that I pulled Lilith aside. Obviously, I didn't mention that, but it was kind of assumed. I'm not just going to say that in the open.
Yeah, I gathered that. It didn't seem like something you'd want to say out in the open.
Okay, so I'll pickpocket something.
You'll pickpocket?
I mean, he asked for a data pad, so I will find him a data pad with research data.
Okay.
First, let's try the diplomatic approach first, because if you fail, this whole thing's gonna go up its boat.
Yeah. I'll let you do that first then.
It's just it's high risk. That's a high risk action. I can like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me a check there for that.
What's the check for making the what difficulty?
For making the explosives.
Yep.
It's something that wouldn't be terribly difficult, so easy. Once you've got the things for it. It depends on the yield, actually. If you're wanting it just small yield, then it's easy. If you're wanting it to be a bit stronger than average.
Can I add a purple die to that to make that average? So
yeah.
Would have done that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Still incredibly past.
I have rolled 3 triumphs this game.
You can bank one of them. What's the difficulty for my check?
What are you doing, sorry?
I am asking the head scientist for a progress report for Deimos.
Deception, and it'll be... For a data pad for it, it's probably gonna... You've already convinced them to a degree, so average with a setback.
Alright, average is 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrinkle, get them what they're after. Get them the crystal with the information on it. They can plug it in, read it themselves. So this little servant-looking individual runs off, grabs a crystal, and holds it up to you.
Alright, I take it.
He runs off again.
Hey, while we got time, is there like an armory workshop repair area here?
Yeah, it's the first area you passed on the way in, the one that had the skeleton of something in there, is where they've set up an armory.
Okay, because I just noticed I have the non-working original Zat gun. I was wondering if I could get someone to repair it.
Possibly, you can try.
Inspect. Go under guise of inspect, asking for the mechanics and testing their skill.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Be like a drill sergeant. You're not filling that fast. You're not repairing that faster. My grandmother could repair that gun faster than you can.
Yes, I will do exactly that. Go to the armory and assess their skills at repairing Zat guns.
Sure, give me a deception check. Easy.
Good at these, yeah.
I can try, sir.
You will not fail.
And make it quick. We only have 12 hours before Deimos arrives.
Okay. Arts for this sort of thing are not common, and I'm going to... Oh, no one spent any story points. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Right. Well, let's see if they manage it. They do not.
Ah. Deimos would be most disappointed.
Forgive me, my lord. Forgive me. Don't kill me.
I put the gun towards his head, looking at Lilith.
Alright, I'll toss it aside and say, well, fine.
You said
Do you have a replacement
Be
for
smart. Kill him and kill him as punishment. Reduce their forces. Be smart about this.
I'm considering it.
I'm sorry I failed you, my lord. Please forgive me. Mercy.
Alright, I'll toss the broken Zad at him and be like, well, get me a replacement. I need a proper sidearm.
I can't get you another one of these, my lord. They were sought out by the Alliance, and most of them were destroyed. Very few are left in existence. We don't have any.
Disappointing. What else do you have?
We have other we have Zat Novtels. We also have the new Zat Nick tells, just not the originals.
Is that Novotel or the new Zach Nicotel, the better one? I'm asking out of character.
I mean, they do a little bit different things. In terms of just raw power, it'd be the new Zat Nicotels a bit better. Actually, quite a bit better.
Okay, I do have a Zat Node. Alright. Give me the new one then.
Very well. Here you go, my lord.
Thank you. I will spare you, but Deimos may not.
I put the gun back.
And then I'll see if this works, and I'll Zat him.
Okay. Do you have the stats for it, or do you need it?
Is it the Z3 one?
No, the ones with those designations are the human-made ones. So they're
okay.
basically made by the SGC and look more Earth-like. What you're looking at is the new Zatnik-Tel new with the thing after it, and in terms of appearance, it is find items. There we go.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I have him here. I'll copy it down.
But that's the appearance of the new version of it, which is very similar to the old one, but a few small differences. Because the original one is that.
Okay.
Yeah. What else is people doing while they're waiting for this?
Well, Onyx was guarding Lilith, so she would be with Lilith. The other two were cooking. We had this data for Zao as well. And other than that, we're just passing time, and hopefully Pelops doesn't show up before his time.
Actually, while I'm in the armory with this stunned guard, is there explosives in here?
You can certainly either convince him to give you some or look for them.
I already zatted him.
I mean, there's others in here.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll ask for explosives.
What do you need explosives for, my lord?
She likes explosives.
Do not question me.
Give me a hard deception, because this is something that is very out of character.
Yeah. It's hard
Did
for-
a new player drop out at some point?
Yeah, it did say somebody dropped out earlier.
Okay.
Guess that explains why it was quiet when you were asking what people are up to. Hopefully he's okay. Should I use a story point for this?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably good, but yeah, I'll use, and that upgrades the check, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you click use story point?
I did not. I just clicked the. I just upgraded. Sorry.
Alright, it's okay. Just
Story point.
do it
There we
now.
go.
It's fine. I mean, you don't raise his suspicions too much, but enough that like he's not going to report it or anything. But it's like, my lord, we're under orders to retain all the explosives for the assaults later.
Well done, you passed your test.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yes, my lord.
Well done. This was a test of your security. Do be more vigilant.
Yes, my lord.
And actually, I'll ask his name.
My name?
Yeah.
My name is Selvug.
All right, Selvig. You may have earned yourself a promotion here. Do be better than your predecessor, and I will kick the unconscious. I'm assuming he was the head of the army.
Yeah, he was the one in charge of basically the quartermaster.
All right, and I'll head out then.
But are you saying I'm the new quartermaster, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. I will not disappoint you. You heard our lord, I'm your new boss. Do as I say. As you leave, that's what you hear, and he's just starting to command all the others in the armory.
But he won't be reporting if he's a dealer being the boss now.
What was that, sorry?
I was just saying good, he probably won't report if he's being the boss now.
I mean, that would incriminate him as well.
Um,
Alright, how much time has passed with that?
at the moment, it's, about 2 hours have passed.
Can I use my triumph earlier on making the bomb to make it especially a high yield?
Sure. Oh, and reminder, as I don't think everyone realizes this, you can bank 1 triumph per session to hang on to for the end of the session. I'm also going to start doing it so that the roll at the end of the session will only do something if you roll a triumph off of it from here on out. However, you can bank your triumph and carry it over more than just to the end of the session if you leave yourself a note. But you can only bank 1 triumph per session. So if you want to carry over a few sessions extra triumphs to be able to spend on traits later, you can do that. But
I like the sound of it.
one per session. Okay. Yeah, so has anyone gone and set the explosives anywhere, or are you just still standing around here?
I think, Onyx, your stealth is pretty good, right?
Yeah, my climbing not so much because it's based off athletics.
Yeah, so you can stealthily put the. Look into also for you buying like a stealth fuel generator or something in the future.
I'm working on that. So yeah, Onyx can put explosives in the spots. Hopefully, somewhere where he doesn't have to climb.
Okay.
Because his athletics aren't great.
Well, you've been told where the best spots are for them by Sean, so you can see that most of them you will have to climb to get to.
Okay.
Unless you can find some other way on top of the cliff and just aim across, not the cliffs, the up. Well, it is a cliff, but you're in a canyon. So on top and sort of throw it across the gap and throw very well.
I will look around for easiest way to climb. Easiest
Okay.
spot to climb, so I can just go around.
Give me a easy survival. Yeah, you find a very easy place to climb. You
Okay,
get up there without any challenge at all.
Okay. I will ban that triumph for now.
Okay.
And so yeah, I will plant the explosives.
Okay. So you're at the top of this this ridge. You can see across the gap where it needs to go, and it'll be. You'll still have to throw it, so it's a easy ranged light check.
Easy range light.
If it happens to be near some Naquita, might.
Yeah, you toss it right in the right spot without any issue there. So that's one set. How many were you all wanting to do?
I mean, as many as they are necessary, as many as were given, all of them will be set, because that is his task.
Well, Zal was able to craft 5 of them with that roll.
So, how many spots do I have to put them in?
Well, it depends on where you're wanting to. What are your main goals here for these explosives, everyone?
I mean, yeah, you tell me where do you want them, really. I mean, Onyx, we just follow where he was told that there are best spots to plant them to for highest amount for the best carnage.
If we were looking at the map, if we wanted to do the most casualties on the ground, where would we put them?
You'd probably. Well, depends on when you're setting it off as well. Like, if you're wanting to gather all of these troops together and then set them all off then you're probably better off doing it to block access to the camp as well as try and collapse things on people there. If you're wanting to do it as they're leaving, then you probably want to do it near one of the entrances as well. If you're wanting to do it before they leave out to gather together, then you probably want to do it over each of the individual outposts in this canyon. So each of the major spots they're gathered.
We'll do it as like once they all get in, we'll just block access, block the entrances. Probably the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Once they all get in.
Is this just a cave or is this like a mountain?
It's a canyon.
Oh, a canyon. Okay.
Wait till they all gather and they're waiting, because the military, they always show up early, so that the person doesn't have to waste their time.
Hang on. What do you mean when they arrive?
I mean, when they all gather in the middle, like before the speech, the supposed speech.
Right. Where were you wanting to gather? You want all of the troops here to gather in the one spot, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I guess spot where I think you kind of, I mean, if you want to give the sort of height required for, you're probably going to have to, like, the spot where they're planning on gathering is probably just outside to the north, close to where you came in, to get all the people in the one spot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would have suggested like a low spot, so that Deimos could address them from above, which also coincidentally would be perfect for a landslide.
Okay.
Yep. So I will all of them. I will set so they all die.
Okay, yeah. Roll me some more then.
Same.
Yeah, ranged light with easy.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you managed to get them all set up, and they're set where you want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that takes you about an hour to go around and set them all up.
Yeah. So we have what, 6, 7 hours to go?
Yeah, you've got about 7 hours left.
Oh, while that's time, I'm gonna go over that those plans that you procured.
Bob?
Also, somebody probably should relay this back to base.
To the SGC.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't without going to the gate, so.
that's true.
Yeah, they might get really suspicious if we open up the gate and start talking on radio. Especially if they see us dial Earth.
That would be a good one.
Hmm. I don't know. You think we should inspect some of those attacks, or at least the lead one?
You mean the fighter?
No, the mothership.
Hmm.
We do want to be thorough.
That's a risk.
True, but it might also be an alternate escape plan.
I mean, yeah, if we can take it over, then hell yeah. And if we can take it over, the bombs blow in here, so these guys can vampire anywhere.
So, have you...
The odds of taking it over or doing damage would be higher since most of the troops would be gathering for the speech.
Yeah.
So they should only have like auxiliary crew and not like all the normal guards.
You know, I'm feeling crazy. Let's go.
Sweet, I'm feeling crazy too. It's my default.
Zao, voice of reason.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You should probably come with us.
Yes, I'm coming with you.
Okay.
So, have you indicated that that's what you're doing, or what's the plan here? Are you just wandering off
Yes.
trying to find this thing, or are you
No,
talking
we'll go back to the leader and say that we've completed our inspection of the base and we would like to inspect the lead attack.
You want to inspect Deimos's attack. That would make sense. Make sure there's no surprises waiting for him, I guess. I will order my best men to take you directly there. And it
won't
is
be
currently
necessary.
landed on the pyramid.
I've got my own protection. I'll point to
Yeah. So yeah.
these other people.
Very well. I assume you know where the pyramid is.
Of course.
Excellent. Well, if you don't require an escort, then we will await your return.
Wonderful.
We
We
don't know
don't know
where
where that is too.
No, we don't. But now we have to move.
They did give us a map. I'm assuming that would have the pyramid on there. Or at least you said it had a transporter.
There were transporter rings shown on there, yeah.
Okay. I was assuming that would be the way to get to the attack, so let's go there and I'll have Sal figure it out.
Yeah, let's just use the ring. See where it goes.
No, as you know, the lead gold here sees you starting to walk the wrong way. You are aware that our Lord asked us to disable the rings on board his Tark, aren't you? That the only way on board currently is through the pyramid.
Right. I almost forgot about that excellent security measure.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, and we'll start off towards the pyramid. / the other direction.
Yeah, so you head out the north exit entrance again, and yeah, from here,
I mean, those things are huge. We should be able to spot it somewhere. Right? Maybe.
there are a lot of dunes and a lot of like mountainous regions here. You can't
Really have
see
no
it
idea.
from where you are.
I'll ask like a random soldier on the way out.
Okay, sure.
I'll just be like, what's the best way to get to the pyramid from here?
My lord?
I'm testing your knowledge.
Yes, my lord. Off towards the east. Almost directly, with like slightly south, but mostly east.
Very good.
You may live another day.
Thank you, my lord.
Inspiring loyalty.
Yeah, so now you have general direction, so someone give me easy survival check to see how well you know which way east is.
I can do that.
Yep.
Okay. Can I assist?
Already succeeded.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, so you start heading off towards the east, and you find yourselves in this sort of very this region with a lot of sand dunes. Can everyone see that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now that I found it.
A lot of sand dunes. I'm going to search around, see if any spice, find any spice nearby on this dune-like planet.
So,
Especially if it flows, that'd be most excellent.
how long did you guys set the timer for, by the way?
The timer?
On a bomb.
Yeah,
Oh.
the bomb.
Did you set a timer or did you set a detonator?
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm setting detonator activate on my person.
Okay. Good.
Timers are crap.
I wasn't paying too much attention to stuff that was happening, not where I was.
Okay. This way, people. And this time, the deception won't work. So
What are you
let's
talking
be.
about? The deception always works. Should I roll deception against Onyx?
Yeah. Good luck.
Kidding. He believes me.
Yeah,
No, he trusts.
so you can start moving off whenever you're ready.
Ah, no spice melange for me.
Lead the way, Tin Man. No one's heard from the new guy.
He hasn't turned back up. Don't know what happened.
No, nothing on Discord.
Might have just quit.
Possibly. Or possibly disconnected. No idea.
That's also a possibility. I found something.
Right. Yeah, so as you reach towards where you are now, you see a few troops gathered outside, clearly guarding it. They're wearing full Pegasus guard armor. And yeah, it's clear that these are the guards for the pyramid here. I'm just. Oh, hang on. There we go. That's better.
Shall walk right up like we belong.
There you go. You should all have a little bit better vision on it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see this pyramid before you there, and the one of the guards says to you, "I was not informed of your arrival. What is your purpose?"
Here to inspect the attack for Deimos' arrival.
You're not told because this is a pop inspection.
Average deception. You can have a boost for Nadrock assisting.
Nadrock.
No, sorry, Zal.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wrong character.
That'd be a very interesting Nadrock change of character.
Who the hell's Nadrock?
The other character from another campaign.
Star Wars?
Yeah. It was a Jedi, and then just after the Clone Wars, changed his name. Or sort of.
His name is Cordan, so just backwards. He's not exactly the brightest.
As long as he's effective.
Super tanky, not very smart.
Jedi mind tricks are useful.
Very well, my lord. Proceed. So as you approach towards the inside, you can see that docked to this pyramid, not landed on, but it's docked, so it's sort of sitting right above it. And it's it's sitting right above it, and there's a long metal tube connecting the two currently.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, as you head inside, you see a number of suppliers, a lot more troops, and what appears to be some sort of elevator towards the center of the pyramid. It's not a particularly large pyramid.
Such primitive technology, but I suppose more secure than rings.
Yeah.
Very well. We'll step on the elevator. Take us up.
Yeah. You see to the side of it a gold sort of keypad, the six symbol one that they have near ring transporters.
Okay. I will nod to Zhao to operate that.
Okay, what's the check to operate that?
It'll be a hard hacking.
Right. It's a good thing that my character is both good talking, charisma, and intelligence. I feel like I'm using them both equally.
We do need an intelligence person.
It's like I was building my character more talking because originally I had the other charismatic person as well. I mean, we got an
Or-
intelligence person as well, and now I'm the
Or
only
is there
intelligent.
an elevator boy?
That's just the badge on their armor. Elevator boy. Written in
Yes,
gold.
that's the one.
Oh man, not my day.
Sorry, sir, that's my name.
Well, let's say it didn't fail. Well, didn't have advantage.
Yeah, like you have a few tries at this, and you can't work out what the right code is, and there are a few Jafar sort of just staring at you at the moment, but they're not suspicious. They're just confused.
Making sure everything is working in order.
So, my lords, what are you doing?
Inspecting.
Inspecting the control panel, my lord.
Guys, I really want to
What
shoot
did
them
Zhao
now.
give him as his fake name?
Sorry.
What did Zhao say his name was?
Fury.
Right. Fury, Kree. I'll point to like next to me on the elevator, and then I'll point to a Jaffa and say, "Send us up."
Very well, my lord. Jafar runs over, presses the buttons for you. I
Fury likes
hope you
buttons.
find everything in order, my lord.
I hope so as well.
Onyx is watching like a hog the console. That's the combination.
Okay. Yeah, you. I mean, let's assign an equivalent number to each of the symbols for a moment. So you got, from counting the left side down with 1, 2, 3, then the right side 4, 5, 6. So counting downwards, the combination is 6, 2, 1, 4, 1, 5.
621415.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and then this cargo elevator sort of tube thing, fairly sizable, starts heading up. You notice that there's a couple of cargo crates on here with you at the moment.
I will inspect.
Sure. Give me Average skullduggery check. Okay.
I successfully inspected cargo crates. Well done.
Inside, you find food and some weapons. The weapons you find in there is Zatnovtels and a few staff weapons. Just standard medium Martuk staff weapons.
I don't like staff weapons. You're rather inaccurate. Cumbersome, inaccurate. I mean, it's good if you want to have something to whack people with.
Yeah, they can be useful at close range and for blowing things up, depending on the season.
Yeah, it's just cumbersome.
Cumbersome basically means if you don't reach the a brawn of equal amount to the cumbersome rating, you have a setback on the check for every brawn you're less than that number.
Yeah, which for a character who is not strength build at all.
None of our strength built people all left.
Yeah. I mean, it is only cumbersome 2 though, so everyone's got at least one brawn.
Yeah, I'm not getting one setback for Plus, I like guns.
Fair. So you find yourself traveling up this shaft, this elevator shaft into the Hatak. As it comes out inside the Hatak, you see in front of you 2 guards who say to you, "My lords, would you like us to escort you anywhere?"
Bridge.
The bridge? Yes, sir. They head off towards the bridge with you. Where is my map for the bridge? It's disappeared. Why has it disappeared? Because I've got too many maps on here is probably why. It's probably in here and I'm looking right over the top of it all the time. Let's see. No. Nope, that's not the right one. Never mind. Apparently, I've misplaced it. I'll just describe it then, because I can't find it right now. So you find yourself on the bridge of this Hatak. There's pretty much no one on board as these 2 Jafar lead you through the corridors. It's pretty empty. It's just awaiting the arrival of Deimos and his troops, basically.
Are they waiting for the speech?
What, the ones who are here?
No, the ones that were sent off.
They weren't sent off. This you were told before by the Goa Uld there that Deimos is arriving with his own troops for his Hatak, so he'll arrive with his full complement to board this when he comes through. The other Hataks already taken off, aside from basically the only two that are not in the air or in orbit are the one for Deimos personally, and the one that all the troops back at the outpost were going to head to after.
Okay.
It's basically a skeleton crew here at the moment, just guarding it and bringing aboard the supplies, of which you could see when you were in the pyramid that most of the crates of supplies are already transported aboard.
Perfect. I'm assuming it's pretty much the same.
Is this attack different than standard ones?
No, it's the same normal layout.
Okay, it's not like souped up or anything.
I mean,
Verbatim
it's got
game.
newer technology in it, but in terms of appearance and layout, it looks pretty much the same.
Okay.
Good. So on the bridge, upon not seeing anyone, Onyx will not to Lilith and Sao and waiting for them to nod back.
Yeah. So you're all on the bridge. Are you?
And about how big is the skeleton crew for this thing?
You've seen, the majority of them were guarding the pyramid itself as opposed to on board. Since you've arrived, you have seen the two that escorted you here and an extra 4 along the way.
So, taking this by
If
force.
there are any more, like you went on a fairly direct path from the elevator to the bridge, so there might be more, but along that sort of path, you'd probably normally expect to see at least 10 to 20, and you only saw 4.
So, can we shoot them now?
Let's at least get to the bridge first.
I mean, at the bridge.
You're at the bridge currently.
Is there only 4 on the bridge?
2.
The 2 that escorted you here, you saw 4 on the way to the bridge.
So total
okay.
6.
No one on the bridge.
No
already.
one on the bridge currently. Aside from the 2 that brought you here.
Alright.
Or tell them to gather the others and guard the pyramid we have covered inside.
Sure, that sounds good.
So someone's going to try and deceive them or something, are they? Or what's the plan here? Charm?
I think. Actually, first I'll ask them. What is the current skeleton crew on the ship?
Well, just the people transporting stuff into the cargo bays and the engineering crew down in watching over the generator and watching over the main computers.
Do they seem suspicious at all?
Not so far.
Okay. All right, thank you. We will let you know if we require further assistance.
Yes, my lords. They head off and head back towards their normal jobs. Just guarding the top of the elevator.
Okay, now let's figure out this thing.
Okay. So yeah, let's take a look at make a plan of like the ship's systems and what's around us and see if it's possible for us to just take this thing into orbit and jump to hyperspace and get out of here before we're stopped.
But do we really take it? I mean, we can't fight with this thing, that's true, but let's what are our communication options? Because we know they are going to attack something, someone here. Can we give them a heads up? There are like 9 targets that are going to be attacked at the same time.
Oh yeah, does this have like a long range communication we can use to securely contact the SGC?
If someone wants to try and establish contact, you could try. They're not really designed for communicating over those sorts of distances. That's sort of what the Stargates were for, but if you want to try and adjust the power output and pump it all into communications, you could try and contact someone else, but it'll be a daunting
I mean, they do have long
physical science check.
when they're out in space. The question is, could we contact the SGC?
Probably not easily.
I mean, most of the time in the show, the way they've contacted people long range is by dialing a gate.
True, dialing a gate or those orb things.
Yeah, but the orb things for the Goa'uld were they were still like the distance they were communicating with them was not significant.
Okay.
You know, a couple of systems here and there, but it's not like other side of the galaxy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Mm.
But if you want to try and do some adjustments to power output and just overload the communications to get off a message, you could.
Is there a map of this planet, you know, where there is troop stations as much and potential targets? You know, who is here?
I mean, the targets basically. Someone give me a knowledge society check.
Or would it be warfare?
No, in this case it'll be society. Although if you want to do warfare, I'll let you.
I got it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
4th triumph.
That special chemical concoction is really hitting Joe apparently.
What did you want to
He's
do
just
with your
cooking-
triumph?
You know what? At this point, I think I'm going to stock that away for a trait.
Okay. Yeah, just when you do bank a triumph, just list somewhere, either in your notes or somewhere else that you've done so that you can keep track of that. But yeah, you realize that their targets are probably your Earth and its allies. If they're aiming for 9 different planets but attack the Tok'ra first, then they're probably looking at, of the different worlds that are allied with you, they're probably looking at hang on a second, I will get back precise names of them. There we go. Yeah, so you're looking at Langara, the Hebridean, the Tolan, which are now on Pelios, I believe is the name of their planet. The new one. They're probably also going to hit Earth. Rakotis is the Unis homeworld at the moment, or their new homeworld, the one that's they're living peacefully with humans on there. You don't suspect they'll be able to get to Pegasus just yet, but they're not. Taking out the members of the Alliance within the Milky Way will do enough damage.
Are there any allied planets nearby that we could contact?
We are on it.
Yeah, look, give me an astrocartography check.
I'm not skilled at this.
I am. I'm just not very good at it.
It'll be
How hard?
average check.
Okay.
I'll assist, even though I'm not very helpful.
So that's a boss from assistant. I will use the story point.
Okay.
Good morale boost. Good choice.
And fingers crossed.
Right.
Nice.
You realize that the from your current position, the closest planet to here is probably Pelios, the Tolan world.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're all staging on different places and that's the closest to here, it wouldn't surprise you. Wouldn't surprise Onyx if that was the target. You don't know for certain, but it makes the most sense.
Okay, and they are in a range of communications.
Again, if you boost everything and overload the communications array by shunting a lot of power there, you can get a message off. The way you'd have to pump the power through, you'll probably overload it and not be able to hear their response, but you can, if you succeed, you will get a message to them.
So,
Yeah, that sounds like it's worth doing.
What's the check?
It'll be a hard physical science check, I think. Rerouting power like that. Yeah. Take a strain, but yeah, you managed to reroute all of the power into communications. The moment you turn them on, it'll overload, so you better have your message composed before you do that. Because it'll send out an overload in the same go, basically.
Okay, it'll basically be like, coded attack incoming, however many attacks are here, and an estimate of troops that we won't kill with the explosion.
so they have
There are 6 Hatak and 4 Alkesh to each Hatak, was what you were told.
Yeah.
Okay, so potentially 6 attacks, 24 Alkesh.
Plus each Hatak's going to have a complement of gliders on board, so it's going to be a major
huge force. Yeah. Imminent. And coordinated on other, as you see, allied targets for the galaxy at the same time.
Yeah, and I guess we can say other potential targets, and then the list that we know.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. If that's what you want to send, just I guess when you're ready, you can power it through. Unless there's anything else you want to send with it.
I think that's it.
Okay.
And then
Will this probably alert the world here?
I mean, if they are listening, they're probably, well,
Well, they might notice the power surge.
they will, yeah. But I don't think they will intercept or even get the message because it will be like quick blip. But yeah, it's.
I'm not worried about them intercepting. I'm worried about them reacting to it.
I
I'm just
mean,
wondering if maybe we should blow the explosives like right as we do it for distraction.
I mean, the time it took you to get to here, you're probably looking at another 3 hours. So you've got about 3, I think, remaining before you wanted them all to
yeah.
gather.
Yeah, and I think we'll have to figure out how to fly this thing and then get the heck out of here. Because going on foot is not going to be an option.
Right. So do we think that sending the message will like alert them that something's up or not?
I mean, it will definitely rise in Abro and they'll probably investigate. Beyond that, it's anyone's guess. But at this stage of their planning, I don't think they will cancel. Because they're just so organized, so close to actually doing anything. Unless they get spooked and then they will reschedule it.
Oh, well, I'm worried about spooking them so they stop gathering and blow that plan.
I mean, that will be actually a success.
I mean, stop gathering for the speech where we've sabotaged and just get in their ships and.
Oh no! I
Pelor.
wouldn't.
Sorry, I got the name wrong. It was Pelor is the Tolan world.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the troops will stop gathering. Assuming they started gathering, it's the ships that are monitoring communication that we should be worried about. And even if they stop, they are researching. They are not really. I'm sure they have communications arrays and stuff, but I don't think they have this range to actually detect us. It's the ships that we should be worried about.
Okay. All right. If anyone asks, I'll say that we're sending a coded message to Deimos.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Give them some warning.
Yeah. So you pump the power through communications, and then there's this sound of sort of electricity and a bit of an explosion. Moments later, the two Jafar who escorted you rush back in and say, "We might be under attack. Quick, come with us."
Okay. Let's go. Where's the explosion?
We don't know. We heard an explosion on board. We will have our people invest. We'll have the. A moment later, little communication device pings for them. The engineering crew says that the communications array overloaded. They don't understand it. The power shouldn't have been going to communications at all, but it just... They say everything all in one instant was shunted through communications, and communications overloaded as a result.
We'll get to repairing it.
Do you know what caused this? Engineering crew responds with well, this had to have been manually done as far as we can figure. This is not something that, unless there's some serious systems failure. In the power grid. My
Is Zao
lords?
still at the communications thing?
Tell them to fix it. Well,
That depends. Did you step away as soon as you sent it, or were you standing there when they re-entered the room?
I mean, Onyx wouldn't be standing there. You know, he's playing a guard.
Zao?
Oh, I would have hit it. I would have known what, so I would have immediately backed up.
Okay. Yeah, you weren't standing at communications then when they entered, so... My lords, did you reroute our power through communications for any reason?
How dare you suspect us of treason? And I put the gun into his head.
I didn't say that, my lord.
That's what you implicated.
I apologize.
Now, get the repairs going. We'll scatter the ship for intruders. Now.
Yes, my lord. Okay. He orders an immediate search of the ship, and moments later you can hear a bit of a rumble as the elevator comes up with a full complement of the Jafar who are guarding the exterior of the pyramid.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, I think we have them all in. We might have to kill them now.
My lord?
I'm whispering.
Okay.
Plus, I was assuming they were already gone, you know, doing the task we asked them to do.
I was assuming that too. I was considering whether or not to blame Zao and take him prisoner.
No. So we have 4, 6, 10, up to 20 people we have to silence. Take over the ship. Engineers last, so they can actually fix the fix everything, and we fly off.
Okay.
You don't really need them to fix the communications array. I just wanted them to do something other than investigate.
Yeah, but still,
would be nice, but
it need to be fixed so when we fly off, we have ways to communication, because I can't fix this thing. Yeah, you two might, but it will take you forever.
All right, I'm gonna say that I will lead the investigation myself, and I will immediately start investigating on who specifically, which Jaffa was alone at the time that I could pin it on.
Okay. Investigation would be knowledge
even better, if there's
criminology.
any I don't think I have.
I do.
I have 4 cunning, so we could assist each other.
I have 3 cunning. Do I have? No, I don't. I have skullduggery from that perk. I have no. I don't have it as class. Damn it!
Yeah, so it's
It's
a
on you.
knowledge
I have 4
criminology
as
check.
well.
There wasn't very many on board, so you can give me an average check
Average is
to lead
2.
an investigation. Yep.
Do I get a boost from Onyx helping me?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay, good. All right, criminology. Boom.
Yeah, take a strain, but you managed to figure out that there was one engineer who went off on their own to sort out some minor issues. Only a few minutes before that happened, before you launched that
Okay.
message.
Now we know
Awesome.
who done it.
Yes, I will blame him, if possible, using false evidence, and have the others lock him away.
I mean, everything is circumstantial. Perfect timing.
My lords, what would you have us do with him? Should we execute him?
Yes.
Very well. And then one of them pulls out, lowers his staff weapon, aims it at this engineer's head, who is begging for his life, and just pops off the staff weapon as.
Wait. Oh, sorry, too late.
Too late.
I was gonna have them take him outside first.
No.
Or whatever. I'll be like, now get rid of that body.
And one of them goes and grabs his head, the other one takes the body, and they lead him, take it outside.
Okay. Zao, when they're outside, can you change the lift code?
Leaf code?
You know, the lift, the cargo lift that took us here. Can you change the
Oh,
code?
lift code.
Yes, so they can't get in.
I can try.
Or perhaps introduce jam or something. Such unreliable technology.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try that, you can give me a hard computers check.
Let's see. Hard computers check.
Because you know the code, it's not hacking, so it's computers to reprogram.
Yeah, while he's trying that, could Lilith actually look for like a wrench to jam into the gears of this lift?
I mean, sure. Give me a daunting skullduggery check to find a tool that'd work for jamming this thing up.
I was hoping it would be perception. Is it daunting 5?
It's 4.
Okay. Well, I have 4 cunning, so maybe.
No.
Nope.
That was my
Ooh.
computer.
Oh,
Oh.
that was the computer's check.
Yep.
Well, Zhao doesn't manage to reprogram it, but Lilith does manage to find something to jam it with. You find without too much figuring out, you realize that if you put one of the staff weapons in the right spot, you could probably blow out the mechanism to
Perfect.
operate the lift.
And then they
Yeah.
won't be so suspicious because it'll just be mechanical failure.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason they normally don't use lifts.
Give me an average stealth check to see if you can time it well enough for him not to see you.
Okay. I'll use a story point on this.
Okay.
Does it automatically upgrade when I do that?
Yeah. No, you still have to put the upgrade on, sorry.
Okay. Average is 3.
Average is 2.
One of these days, I will remember.
That's fine. Takes
Do you
time.
have a rank in that? Crap.
Oh. Yeah, you put the staff weapon in the right spot. It blows, but right as it does so, a group of Jafar come round the corner. My lords, it's you!
I shoot them.
Yep.
I mean, now we have no choice.
Roll for me initiative, vigilance.
That's the one I'm not good at. Alright, where is the actual initiative roll
In combat.
in combat? Okay. I always forget that. Cool, vigilance. Okay.
You have a triumph.
Sweet. Is that good on initiative?
Yes. What it does in initiative is it lets you take an action before anyone else, before the round actually begins.
I shouldn't have had any difficulty there, but it's okay.
Yeah, I can fix that. That's 1-1 is the final roll that you got with that. There we go. Okay, and so this group of Jafar, just drag yourself into the center, the engaged spot there. There's the Jafar. And they will roll their initiative. They weren't really expecting it to be you, they just walked around the corner and saw it. So it'll be vigilance. Yeah, so normally they would go first, but Lilith rolled a triumph. Unless you left the upgrade on from the check, I don't know.
Oh, I might have. Did that apply to the initiative? If so,
No,
I'm
it
sorry.
wouldn't. It would have applied to the initiative check, yeah. But okay. Just roll your initiative again. Make sure you clear your dice pool before you do so.
Is there a fast way to clear it?
Yeah, there's the button in the center that's the 2 arrows circling each other will clear the entire pool.
Okay. My bad.
No, that happens.
Okay.
That's a better roll anyway, to be honest.
Well, minus the triumph.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they're going to act first. They're currently in medium range of you. And apparently Onyx is the closest, so at the moment they're going to aim at Onyx. They're in medium range. Do you have any defense, Onyx?
Range 1.
Okay.
Range 1, melee 1. I believe I have soak 1. Yes. No, 0 soak.
You should have some soak.
My armor doesn't provide soak, so.
Oh, your
I don't
armor
know.
doesn't. Then you'll just have it from whatever your brawn rating is.
1.
Okay.
You only have
still
one
something.
brawn. You're weaker than a human.
I'm not built for strength.
Okay.
Okay, shoot me. Ouch. Oh shit.
And critical. So they're dealing 12 damage minus your 1 soak, so 11.
That's my threshold.
Okay. You haven't crossed it yet though, so like you haven't. Yeah. You also take 1 critical injury, so if you go to the critical injuries and roll it there. Oh, sorry, it's got Pierce 3, so actually you take 12 damage. Because the Pierce is the soak.
Yeah, so that's... What's the total damage?
Oh, wait, hang on. Give me a second, because I forgot that they should have...
More?
Yeah. Well, it's got inaccurate... Oh, no, it should have... Oh, no, it did. It did add the black for the inaccurate. Okay, good. So... Yeah, so when you roll the vicious check, put a offset of 30 in it, because it's got vicious 3.
Critical injuries.
Yep.
Offset 30.
Yes.
Wait, they have 2 green and 3 yellow?
They act as a group.
Minions. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So they don't all shoot, they shoot as a group. So that is all of them taking their turn together.
Okay.
I was very scared for a moment.
Dude, I missed my other character, which could like not take any damage from that at all. Not even the crit.
Yeah, so all brawn and agility attacks increase by 1 difficulty until the end of the encounter is what you got there.
That's okay.
And you should actually be just over your threshold because I forgot the pierce. So you're at 12. So the way it works before you fall unconscious is half your threshold over your threshold. So if you got 11, it would be 6 because you round up. So when you hit above 17, above 15. So when you get to 16 wounds total is when you'll fall unconscious.
Okay.
You said you round up, so it'd be 17, right?
Yeah.
Round up from the half. So half of 11 is 5.5, so you round up to 6. 6 plus 11 is
17.
Oh yeah, 17. Sorry. So when you hit 18, you'll fall unconscious.
Another 5 points, and I'm unconscious. Well,
Yes.
hell yeah!
Or if you exceed your strain threshold, you immediately fall unconscious. So strain threshold knocks you out quicker. Wound threshold, the issue is anytime you take damage over your threshold, you automatically roll a crit. So you get more and more likely to die as you go with crossing your wound threshold.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
Me, before I die.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter, but okay.
So that's gonna be difficult.
So medium range is 2, but you have to add 1 to it because of the critical you rolled.
Yeah. I will
And they have
add
1
auto
defense.
fire. I will add auto fire, so that's 4.
Maybe have us go first, because we might get bonuses that we can pass to you.
Okay, you do that.
It seems like you might need them right now.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Zao, are you gonna do any boosting thing?
Can't really do that in the middle of battle, I don't think.
Okay, I will just shoot at the nearest one, I guess, with my new gun.
Your
So I'm
new
guessing
gun?
it's
Which gun do you have?
the one I got from the armory.
Use that.
Right. Yep.
The new Zat Notel.
Zat Nictel, yep.
Oh yeah, Zat Nictel. Sorry.
Did you add the stats in for it?
Yeah. I should have.
You didn't click the weapon, not the
How did
I
you
did
add
click
it?
the weapon.
Give me a second and I'll see what's going on.
Put in the stats, damage.
Oh, I know what it is. Sorry.
Qualities.
It doesn't like brackets, so we'll take the
Okay.
brackets out and it should be fine.
Alright, I'll guess roll it again then.
Yeah, I'll take the first roll, but we'll use the stats from the second, which is
Okay.
so you're dealing
What does breach
16?
do actually?
It ignores
10
10
pierce.
soak.
It's 10 pierce essentially.
Yeah. So basically 1 breach will be 10 soak that it ignores.
Damn.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
And
we
the
win this
concussive,
we're
like,
sorry.
if I remember
Concussive.
right,
Yeah.
stuns them.
Concussive is one that has to be activated. So it requires using your 2 advantage to do that, or you can use your advantage to use the critical if you wanted.
Critical would make more sense since there's that's their mini groups, they automatically die, or at least like some of them.
It's a stun setting weapon, which means oh no, it's
Or
setting. That means it's turn on. It's not automatic stun. You can choose whether or not you used stun or lethal.
Yeah, and it's vicious 4, so
Yeah.
Crit with that. You want to crit.
Sure.
Yep.
Actually, the critical is 1, so
Do you want to use both of them for the crit? Because you've got a critical of 1, which means you could technically use both of them.
I can double crit?
Yeah.
Well, sort of. It adds to the offset.
It makes the crit worse.
Sure.
Or better for you, but you know.
I will do that then.
Okay.
Basically, if they get a crit of 150, they die automatically.
But also they're a minion group. So the way a critical works with a minion group is that a critical will automatically knock out 1 minion group if you're doing non-lethal, or kill them if you're doing lethal. Not 1 group, 1 individual from the group. So by Vicious 4, plus adding the both of them for the critical, you're actually you're getting rid of all of them in 1 shot, basically. Because it's 6 that you're getting out of it. So, yeah. Are you wanting to do it lethally or stun?
Lethal.
if it's no if it doesn't take any like action or anything to change it, then I'll do lethal.
It would be a
But it would have
maneuver
been,
to
it would
change
have been
it.
set on stun beforehand.
Okay. It's a maneuver to change to stun setting if you want to turn it on or off.
I didn't aim, so yeah, we'll make it lethal.
Okay.
Oh look at that conveniently placed chandelier.
Yeah, so you wipe out. You just shoot over and over, and you hit all of them, and they all go down.
While Onyx is getting shot by them being a living shield.
Okay.
That's very cinematic.
Now,
I'm actually picturing like Lilith immediately ducking behind Onyx and using him as a shield while he does this.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, how do we get rid of the bodies fast?
Just fly away.
Can I use a story point or like to quickly make a quick chemical because I do have an alchemical set with me to make some like sulfuric acid or like some acid to kind of melt these guys.
sure,
Even
why
if
not?
that's, you know,
Make a check for that.
first you
Don't
you
bother
would need-
out. These guys were saboteurs.
Yeah.
I still want to get rid of the evidence.
No, these were the saboteurs. We stopped them.
I mean,
Right,
They did
but like
more-
we'll show
Hold on.
this is what happens to saboteurs.
hold on.
We've got them.
We are next to the lift, right?
Yes.
We just dropped them down the shaft. Problem solved.
I think if
that'll
you're
alert
not
the
picking
people
up on
below
your
us.
suggestion, Lilith is suggesting you blame them, say you caught them in the act,
Yeah,
But
they
you-
sabotaged the lift. We stopped them before
basically
they did any more
swap
damage.
positions with them in terms of blame.
All right.
Yeah.
Quickly move the bodies.
Down the shaft.
No.
Yeah.
Into the computer room where we are. We're blaming them. Well, this idea is a good idea.
I mean,
Yeah, actually, if there's more guards around, we will tell them that they tried to sabotage the lift. We stopped them. Take them off.
One person's take look out. The other one, the rest of us will.
I mean,
drag
you've
bodies.
already sabotaged the lift. They caught you as you did it, but you already did it.
the lift is already sabotaged.
Oh yeah, we actually broke it. Okay.
Well, we
Alright.
are the bosses. We just drop them down the shaft and blame them anyway. And the engineers are fixing our communication array, right? Unless these are the engineers.
These were guards.
Okay, down the shaft.
Keep the bodies as proof that they were here. If we get rid of them from the scene of the crime, that's suspicious.
Let's just
It
leave
doesn't-
them here for now, and we'll tell anyone we see that they sabotaged the lift.
Exactly. So I'm saying move it to a position more so that we can say that they sabotage it. Make it
Okay.
look like that.
I'll move them closer to the shaft of the lift. There we go.
Okay.
I'll keep a lookout for anyone walking in, watching.
Onyx,
And,
what items do you have at the moment?
Inventory.
You got spare mag.
I had a spare mag, yes.
I don't know if everyone else has it listed in their inventories, but I was meant to do this before this session, was to give you all med kits, or in the case of Onyx, repair patches, which is basically a small little patch of nanites meant to repair your mechanical systems. Does the same thing as a med kit, it's just the Android equivalent.
Hmm.
So you should all have 3 of them each.
Okay. Actually, Zal, if you want to work on repairing Onyx, I'll set up the crime scene.
I think I am the strongest out of us three.
Yeah, give me an average athletics check to try and shift them.
Oh yeah, and I have a boost to it.
Onyx, if you want to use one of those repair patches, it'll recover 5 wounds.
I failed, but only slightly.
Yeah, let me have a read through my things.
Yeah, so it recovers 5 wounds off of the first use, 4 wounds off of the second, 3 off of the third, so on and so forth, till it hits 0. That's how they work, both the med kits or repair patches.
I can repair, I mean, self-repair over time.
Yeah.
Just by resting, I'm not sure how effective that is because I never had to.
Guessing that's just the equivalent of healing.
Yeah, probably same, right? Like human healing.
Which one is that one? That's a
Iconographic. If I can post it somewhere, I would. I don't know how. That's my racial thing.
inorganic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do it naturally by resting. Basically, what it means is if you want to say that your character has gone into a rest, for each hour that they're resting, they recover a wound, but they're not doing anything while they're doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's.
You might want to use a repair patch before doing that. Would be my suggestion.
Yeah, use a repair patch. You really need it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I will
Did
do
they
that
do anything for the critical injury too, or just the wound?
Critical injury, to repair that, you'll need someone to perform a mechanics check on you with a difficulty of whatever the critical is shown as. Because it should have a difficulty
until the end of the
next to it.
encounter. It is.
Yeah, so it doesn't affect you anymore, but you still have that critical on you. So
Yeah.
the way
Never
that
mind.
works is if another critical gets rolled, it's going to count in that the previous one. Like if you look at the critical itself, it should say previous critical 0 times 10. So now that you have one, even though it doesn't affect you anymore, if you rolled another critical, it would add 10 to whatever you roll automatically.
Be a worse critical.
Yeah.
I can handle that for now.
Okay.
I'll do the mechanics check on you. So no reason why I wouldn't.
Yeah, but first let's fly the ship out of here.
Okay.
Sure, we could take you to the engineering and have them repair you.
I don't trust them to be,
Okay. Well, so what's your plan from here?
fly the ship out of here.
Yeah, is it close enough to time where they would have gathered by now?
They're probably gathering in about an hour.
Okay, well, let's spend that hour. Like we already jammed the lift. We've got these guys to blame for it. Lilith wasn't able to drag them into position because she's weak. She's the strongest of the team. Yes. And yeah, I guess let's spend roughly an hour like repairing Onyx and planning our escape.
Okay. Yeah, so if you want to do a repair check on Onyx, then difficulty of the check is well, it depends on if you're repairing the critical or wanting to just do a general repair on him.
What are the
Just-
critical?
Just critical. So from that one.
What's
I would
the
like to grab at least one of the engineers to assist.
Yeah, so you can remove the critical then, because Zal rolled. Was it a hard critical?
I mean, it had 2 dots with it, so
Oh,
it's a
so
average. Yeah.
never mind. I mean, either way,
That's
you've
the one-
repaired it.
Threat. That's one advantage. So one less strain. Actually, no. It's because the
Yeah.
last one's success failure. So yeah, never mind. Nothing changed.
And also remember, at the end of each encounter, you also get to roll cool or discipline with no difficulty, and for each success, you recover strain.
I did not accumulate it any strength for some reason.
Cool.
Nice.
Ooh.
There's a trap to heal wound, right?
Can I heal his wound?
No, it doesn't quite work that way. You could bank it if you haven't banked any yet.
I'll bank it.
But
And I only had 2 strain, so that heals that.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. And yeah, I think if you just
Phyllis is very happy and excited about the new gun. It works very well.
which is why I'm trying to keep the original out of reach, because it's
Even better.
it's a bit OP, just like it is in the
It's
show.
broken. It's just broken.
I had to
That
take
thing-
a chance to try and get it repaired.
Yeah, that thing is just broken.
Yeah, but it is in the show too when you really think about it.
Yeah, it is broken.
Especially before they pseudo retcon
The ability to make bodies disappear.
I mean, they never retconned it; they just never used it again.
Yeah, they never officially retconned it. They just were like, let's ignore this thing.
I watched an interview with those guys a while back when they were talking about those ZAD guns, and they were like, they are stupid. First, they look like cocks, so nobody wanted to actually wear them on set. They do. Second,
To be
You know,
fair, guns in general look like cocks.
yeah, those are worse. They look like a hard dicks. Second, they, how do they actually work? Because no one could actually figure that one out. Because first, one shot is a stun, right?
Yep.
For how long?
They did actually state in the show that somewhat based on the combination of factors.
Yeah, which are a number
There
of
were
varying
the
factors.
resilience, the tolerance of the individual as well.
Yeah, but
It does seem like they build resistance gradually to that gun.
Yeah.
no. And then you have the second one is death, and how long you have to wait, till it's unstunned or till the death doesn't affect him. Because, well, even if it broke through the stun, the second shot, which is still a second shot, doesn't kill or doesn't stun. Right?
As far as
And
I
the-
know,
the-
it's as long as the electrical energy stays in you from the first.
Well, that's probably gonna be your lifetime, right?
My assumption on that is that if you got shot again when you were already stunned, then that would kill you.
yeah, I
And that
think
is
that's
the
what it
assumption,
is.
but it was never clarified.
Yeah.
Are we wrapping up the session?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to finish it. And then we'll pick back up here next time. So we'll, in terms of XP.
10.
But is that why they changed the design
Did I
slightly?
not
So
give anyone
slightly
XP
less
for
lightweight?
the Star Wars session last week?
It wasn't posted. That much I can tell you.
I didn't add any.
No, it doesn't look like I actually did any. Okay, I'll do that as well for. Actually, it was kind of a. What did we do during the Star Wars one? We
didn't do much. We got some did some bookkeeping and got ready for the assault because the one guy wasn't there, so we kind of just Flynn got his casino ready, got some troops,
That's right.
got some equipment, and then didn't do too much.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone, give me a roll with your best skill. No difficulty. You've all got a banked triumph at the moment.
My best skill just for this.
And as I said, the only thing that's going to count from it from here on out is going to be if you roll a triumph, and we're just going to do.
Alright.
There you
Nice.
go. Onyx has a second triumph, and so does Lilith. So because you both banked one, you can either spend both now on picking up a trait, or you can hang on to them and for next time and try and get another triumph out, so you can get a better trait. It's up to you. Zhao can
Can I look at
hang
the
on
traits
to.
before I decide?
Yeah, they're in the traits list. They should be. The
So,
talent
reference.
trees. No.
Oh yeah, traits list.
Where did I put them? Oh, there it is.
It's in quick reference.
So it'll show how many triumphs it takes to get a particular trait.
I am now a sergeant.
Okay.
I'm just dumping all my points into SGC rank.
Fair enough. Did you get any new skills out of that one?
I got toughness, which brings my toughness up to a whopping 11.
Toughness?
Yeah, it comes with the sergeant rank 6. SGC rank 6 comes with
Right.
toughness.
Toughened, right. Brings your wounds
toughened.
up.
Still not really a match for a certain other character, but it's getting there.
Adapted to cold. That's what I take.
And next rank is 15 XP, it looks like, for SGC.
Or do I?
Oh no, next rank is 20.
For me, it's 20.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bank it for next game.
Okay.
Can't decide now.
Ooh, I think I'll bank it too. I just saw Poker Face, which costs 3, and that looks very good for Lilith.
Yeah.
Take another boost to deception.
Yep.
So with my success understanding the Goa'uld language,
Yep.
do I have it now in my databank or?
Yes, if you've succeeded at it, you can record down on your sheet, in notes or somewhere else, that you know Goa'uld Egyptian Goa'uld the version.
Okay, perfect.
Lilith would know Celtic mostly.
Oh yeah. And I think also um, Onyx has a trait by default operating at full capacity.
Yeah.
Which if you use that during at some point once per encounter, so lets you use a story point to rearrange your characteristics a little bit, but it only lasts until the end of the encounter. So can be worth doing sometimes.
I mean,
Yeah.
there will be time when it will be necessary, but
Well, it'd be great when we need someone strong.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, there are ways around it. You just yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't work for. It only lets you move, like, reduce one characteristic by one and increase another by one. So,
Yeah.
in terms of brawn, it's only going to bring Onyx equal with you.
Yeah.
Well, at least I could have a helper that's not a weakling.
And it's using very valuable story point.
Yeah, but on the counter side of that is as you use them, it gives them to me to use. And if you use them more often, I'll start using them more often. If you don't use them often, then I probably won't either. But if you use them, then I will too, and then it'll pass back to you guys, the players, again.
Mm-hmm.
I recall he almost used one near the start, but we hadn't used it.
Yeah, you hadn't used any, so I didn't. And I would have used one in this combat if they'd gotten another turn out, but they didn't.
Yeah, that was a lucky shot.
Yeah.
I'm very glad I bargained with that guard to get a new weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is greedy.
It worked.
We should put in a request with the SGC to have like I don't know, like a strength exosuit or lifting robot or something.
I mean, do we have cybernetics?
Yeah, I haven't added them specifically, but I am using. If I don't know if you don't have access to it, I can share it. But I am basically using the cybernetics rules from Shadow of the Beanstalk, which is one of the Genesis expansions.
That's the one that I played before. Cool. That runner's a cool setting.
Yeah.
No, I have not got access to that one now.
I will give you a link to my copy of it. If I've got it on here, it'd be good. I don't know if I do. If I don't, I'll upload it first before I give you a link.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool cybernetics, and I believe as an Android, like you don't have to take any penalties for buying them.
I don't take any strain up to 6 cybernetics. So I'm thinking if I can get, physical upgrades to his statistics for cybernetics, I will do that.
Yeah, I think you can get like augmented arms for brawn or like augmented legs for.
Yeah, there's a pretty big list of cybernetics.
And they just cost money. Would the Earth credits be equivalent to the credits for Shadow of the Beanstalk?
I'll double check what it costs before I say yes to that. Give me a moment. Cybernetics. Not quite. I think you would add a 0 to them, and then it would be equivalent.
Okay, I can work with that.
But yeah, it's uploading. Should be done in like a minute, and then I can give you a link to it.
You need a loan. Lilith is happy to have stronger protection.
Yeah, that won't go down after one solve.
Yeah, add some armor to it. Come to think of it, I think armor is an option, which might be a good idea to get you some extra soak.
And what are the options of selling items that we own?
Yeah, I mean, you can. So typically, you roll negotiation check with it, unless you're happy with selling it at half its value.
I'm happy to sell my stuff with half the value.
It's also somewhat dependent on where you are, but if you're selling it at the SGC, it's half its value.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait till we get back to the SGC. I'm definitely gonna trade back my Tori Zat gun. It's obsolete now that I have 2 better ones.
Yeah.
Okay, it should, in theory, work there. So that should be the Shadow of the Beanstalk PDF for you.
It's opening.
And then cybernetics begin on page 104.
Okay, perfect. It's downloading.
And in terms of item attachments, I'm fairly happy for when it comes to weapon attachments to use the list from here as well. If you're wanting to attach anything to the hard points on your weapons.
Okay.
Because I look into that.
Didn't really get around to building my own out, which I did intend to. It just time got away from me.
It takes, yeah. You are running 2 campaigns on the back of each other. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have one hard point for the set. Set Nictel.
Yeah, so
if you need players for Star Wars,
yeah,
I might be able to play.
Yeah, cool.
I am slightly more busy on Thursdays usually, but
that's the day we do it on. But
yeah, just in a more babysitting, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have a space, I'm quite happy.
Yeah, I mean, we're nearly at the end of the current campaign, and then we're starting a new one. So if either of you or both of you want to join it, you're more than welcome to.
When do you play?
It's Thursdays.
About half an hour earlier than it is on these Mondays, but it's on Thursday instead.
I would not be able to do that most days because I generally work until 6:30.
Okay.
I usually get out a bit early, but an hour and a half after we start.
Okay.
This game is when I'm scheduled for.
Okay. So most of the time, so it's not very often that you'd manage to get out for it.
Right. I usually get out like an hour-ish early.
Okay.
I finish stuff, but I mean that's still half an hour after we start this, so.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd be happy to join.
No worries. It's yeah, the system that we use for that is the It's sort of a combination between Genesys here and their dedicated Star Wars system. We went straight off of the dedicated Star Wars system initially, and then found some rules that modified the Genesys system a little bit to fit in with Star Wars, which has worked a little bit better for us.
It's disappointing they decided to cancel Genesis.
Yeah. Well, it got picked up by a new organization though, so they might continue it.
I didn't hear about that. Who picked it up?
It got bought by hang on, I'll see if I can find it.
No biggie, I can look it up too.
But yeah, they sold it. Who did they sell it to?
I'm finding his stuff about Fantasy Flight, and they are the one that made it, right?
Yeah, they made it. They sold almost their entire catalog of RPGs to someone, and I can't remember who it is. They were giving up, and then someone offered to buy it from them, so they sold it.
Not finding that. But I do remember that they gave up on it, which is sad.
Yeah. Who did they sell to?
So they say that cybernetic limb can increase my brown by 1.
Yes.
So if I have 2 replacement, that would be by 2.
Yeah. But it also says, if you take a look at it there, that
It decreases strain threshold by 1.
decreases strain threshold. However, you might have an adjustment for that for being Android.
Yeah, my first 6 cybernetics are free.
Oh, I found it. It says a Spanish publisher called Edge Entertainment, also owned by Asmodee, will take the games.
Ah.
They're known for translating games from English to other languages, including Fantasy Flight games, RPGs, and D&D products. Not known for developing their own games.
So that's a cheap way to increase my agility to 5. My brown to 3.
Brown.
Mm-hmm. I mean cheap.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it sounded like you said brown.
I mean, it's only 20,000 per limb.
Yeah, they've got. I've got their website now. They've got. I'll paste it here if you're interested. But they picked up from Fantasy Flight the Star Wars role playing. They picked up Legend of the Five Rings, Genesis, Zombie Side, End of the World are the ones they picked up. They might continue. They haven't previously been known to make them, but they might continue. Who knows?
Yeah, the news article said they're known for translating games, not making their own, but
I mean, a lot of the ones who made the Genesis things were semi-independent people anyway, so it's possible they'll just hire them back to do it again.
yeah, and apparently they're both owned by Asmodee anyways, so
Okay.
guess they can just shuffle people around.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Hmm.
corporate nonsense.
There's nothing that will increase my intellect.
Is there not?
No, there is one that will increase my willpower, but not intellect. I mean,
Oh, we do have Zhao who has good intellect.
I think with the
Yeah.
exception of a cyber limb, you can only have one cybernetic of each, like only one of the same thing, if that makes sense. The limbs, you can replace each of your limbs with one technically, but then
Yeah.
you're stuck.
yeah.
Right. It doesn't have it here. There is a willpower one, which is fascinating because there wasn't one of those in the Star Wars system with cybernetics. But
There is the one that then increase your knowledge skills by 1 if you're plugged into a computer, or you're close enough to 1, depending on the version you have.
yeah.
But no, nothing for intelligence and presence.
I'm happy to use the. From the Star Wars system, there is one for intellect. It's called a brain implant, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll double check. Cybernetic brain implant. Yeah, I'm happy to use that in this as well. Copy that over here for you. Put it into items, I guess.
That will cost me a fortune, though.
What, to get that as well? Yeah, it's
They're not cheap.
Oh no, but for me, especially when physically I won't look any different.
I wouldn't change the value of the cybernetic brain implant. It's already fairly high. Because yeah, I'm happy to add a 0 to all the ones in the Shadow of a Beanstalk of the Beanstalk, and for whatever whatever you're buying from there that exists. But when it
Mhm.
comes to the Star Wars FFG, I think they're closer to the prices that I'm using in this system
Mm-hmm.
for Stargate. So if we pull something from Star Wars FFG, it's going to be pretty much the same cost.
Okay, cool.
If you just want to be more durable, bone lacing or subdermal armor, both good choices.
I know. But he is a sniper by design.
There's also those. I think I did put them up. I think I did. Yeah. In the there are armor attachments I created which will give higher soak as well, which you could add to your armor if it's got the required
Yeah, I mean,
hard point.
I could get subdermal armor because that's only 10,000.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's also that you can also pick up. Other ones from armor attachments, like a chainmail underlayer, for instance, would give you 2 soak, 1 defense. It would add 3 encumbrance to your armor though, and it requires 2 hard points. But it's 5,250 for that, so it's cheaper than what your subdermal underlayer would be.
yeah. I mean, weapons we